Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I have for you Christmas gift guides for him. So I already recorded Christmas gift guide for her, which I think is actually gonna go up second because I feel like men are more difficult to buy for. So I'm gonna put this one up first. And I also do feel like I am a bit late this year with the gift guides, but I still hope you can use it. And if it's not for Christmas, it can be for any other occasion, right? Birthdays or anniversaries, or we celebrate Names Day in Poland, for example. You get the gist. But anyway, I have a list on my phone. Majority of the things I don't have physically with me, so there will be pictures on the screen right here. But I hope it's gonna be helpful, and let's just jump into it. So I'm gonna start small, and also I wanna just say right away, first of all, I will have a mix of cheaper and more expensive things. And second of all, same like with this gift guide or the gift guide for her, these are just suggestions. Like, there are many things in this gift guide that I myself would use or am using, to be honest. So it's just like to try to differentiate a little bit, I put for her, for him. So yeah, just so you know. But let's start with something small, which is playing cards, Star Wars themed. And actually I think I spotted it and I wanted to have it, and now I'm trying to open it. One minus point though is because like here it looks all fancy, but then when you open it, it looks more like this, like it's not shiny, which I wish it was. But again, there are like so many gifts. It says actually stay on target, which is a cute addition if it wants to focus here. But there are so many like different brands that do playing cards, and you can do like, I don't know, Harry Potter themed or Star Trek or whatever. I think like everyone's gonna find something for themselves. But I think this is a nice small gift. It's also like if it's for a friend or a co-worker, I think it's also quite nice. And then of course typical chocolates and stuff like that, you can also add those, always. To change the gear a little bit, I have reflective harness. And it's also one that I have myself. And it's because we are in these dark months, and if you're doing any activity like outside, whether it's cycling, running, or to be honest just walking, or if you're just walking the dog, I sometimes am like, people are really not visible on the roads, and it's such a small thing. I bought this actually in Action for €5, and this also has lights, if I can find and you can have it like that, and that's the front, and at the back you have red lights. I mean, for any like oncoming cars, this is like clear that you're there. So it's both, I mean, it's mainly for safety, right? So I do think it's a nice gift because sometimes people don't think about something like that. And then I'm driving the car in the morning or in the afternoon, and it's dark on the roads and you can barely see people. Honestly, like this could be a lifesaver. So there are harnesses, there are like those bands you put on your hands, or like I think you can have ones that you put like around your waist. There are so many options, so I would say look into something like that if you know the person you're gifting for is outside a lot when it's dark. So yeah. Speaking of dark, cold months, I have a travel mug. This one's actually from Nespresso, but you can go for any brand you like. When it comes to like what is good, you probably need to do some research. But what I like about this one, it's quite big. I think it's half a liter, 540 milliliters actually, so a bit more. And it's honestly leak proof. Like, I put it in my bag and nothing happens. And it's perfect. Like, I like a lot of my tea. So basically what I do, I make my tea in the morning before I go to work. I drink also like a bit along the way in the car, and then I finish somewhere throughout the day. So perfection. Now going into a bit of a more pricey thing, but I would say not as much. These are earplugs from a brand called Yappa. I think they're called Yappa Pro. And basically at some point I changed my phone and it doesn't have the jack anymore. And I wanted to, I wanted to have earplugs, right? But I didn't have the jack anymore, so I had to go wireless. And my problem with wireless is that the shape of the ones that you put in your ear for me would just never work because it would fall out. And I found these, which look like basically normal ones with a wire cut off. And these are perfect. They're perfect for me, for what I need, and they hold the battery for quite a long time. So I would suggest these for people who want like the normal ones, but they don't have the jack anymore. And there are many other ones that are like more like for in your ear, but I don't have any of those and I can't really tell my opinion. But just a suggestion, some earplugs, wireless earplugs, in a nice little case like this could be a good gift. I'm gonna get back to my list on my phone because I think the rest I don't have physically with me. Which next will be Rituals Cosmetics. And I'm gonna put here a picture of like a set. I think it's a Ritual of... is it Sakura? Is it the one from Men? I'm not sure. But like the grey one, I think it's a very nice scent. Quite universal, like... it's like obviously on the manly side. But I think it's quite universal, like among people who like different notes. And yeah, Rituals around holidays, they have many sets. So you can definitely find something. And I mean, Ritual is just one of the brands that does sets. There are so many. You can also just go for purely perfume. But I talked about that, for example, in my previous gift guides, so I can send you there. For example, for Zara perfume, they do some amazing ones as well. But I think a set like this is also a nice gift for someone. Then I'm gonna recommend a game, which is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And it came out last month, I think. I don't have a box because we bought it like online through a platform. But I'm gonna show you the box, I think, of a PS something, like a disc. But this is the game that I was playing, well, the previous version. I was playing since I was like 12. That's actually how I met my boyfriend as well. And we love that game. So now the new version is out, we have bought it and we are enjoying it together with like friends. So yeah, if someone loves Call of Duty like saga, can I call it? I don't know, like the world. Or if they loved the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I think they also are gonna like this one. So I think it's a good suggestion. Then I have something that connects a little bit with like the reflective harness, which is good winter gloves for the bicycle. At least in Belgium, that's where I live currently, bicycling is big and you take it to school, you take it to work, no matter the time of year, the time of day, people, if they bicycle, they just bicycle. So I think good gloves, definitely for winter time, are going to be like waterproof and windproof, are essential. But yeah, there are again many brands that do them. It easiest of course is to try them on, but if you know the person, then you probably know what they like. But I think it's also good for someone who is constantly outdoors. I have a board game to recommend, which is Catan. Things are falling inside. This is a great game, but you need at least, I think, 4 players to play it. And then you can buy expansions that make it to 6 players. And then more expansions that like make the board even bigger. It also means that the game is going to be longer, so keep that in mind. But I didn't know this game like a couple of years ago, and then my boyfriend told me about it, and then a couple of friends were playing it. So sometimes like we would just meet up to play Catan. And again, this is universal both for guys and girls. Obviously, it's a board game. But if someone likes board games and don't know Catan yet, I think this is it's a goodie. And the next one is SSD hard drive, and I don't remember the brand of that hard drive, but it's all gonna be on the screen. Let me see if I have it on my... It's SanDisk. SanDisk, this is an example of it. This is a really small hard drive. I think it's gonna be around like phone size, or actually even smaller, which if you're traveling, if you're on the go a lot, if you need the external hard drive on the go a lot, I think this is a perfect gift. It is quite pricey, I would say, but if you know someone really uses that, I think they're gonna love you for it. So I would definitely consider that. The last two things kind of connect with each other, because first one is like a very nice, I mean obviously you want it to be very nice, it's a cosmetics bag, and there are multiple options. You can go for something that's like this, which is just like, you know, one big pocket and you just put everything in there and put it in your luggage, or something like this, which is more with compartments, also an option to hang it whenever you wherever you arrive, or on the shower door in the hotel or whatever. I think maybe guys don't always think about like buying themselves a cosmetics bag, but you know, you want to put somewhere like the toothpaste, the toothbrush, the razor and stuff like that. So I think it's something to consider. And then the second one is who's making so much noise? Don't know if you're hearing that, but no clue. Yeah, but the second thing I wanted to mention is like a travel case, but more like a tech travel case. This one from Tula, for example, I found it to be very nice, and you know, Tula is a good brand. So like to put like that external hard drive that I mentioned, or those earplugs, or a charger, or anything that has to do with like electronics, or like small things that you want to keep in one space. I think this is great, and you know, it's like quite sturdy also on the outside, so it's gonna protect your gear as well. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this gift guide. I feel like it was maybe a little bit all over the place, but I think I mentioned here that yeah, I feel like I'm a little bit late this year, so it can be that I'm rushing a little bit through the video. But I still wanted to give you my suggestions, and if you need more, check out my playlist, because I do have more ideas both for her and for him. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.